Hello, rockers and Mercuryans. Rock Mercury here, and welcome to the Rock Mercury podcast. I have some French toast today, and some berry French toast with bananas. So that's what we're gonna have for breakfast. Paired with some juice, some fresh juice, oranges, all kind of stuff in here. I don't really know exactly what's in here, but it's a lot of goodies. So we're doing that. And then some maple syrup to top it off with. Nibble it down. Hello everyone. Make sure you guys tap on the screen. Tap the screen for the likes, and make sure you follow and subscribe, everyone. Follow and subscribe. Subscribe if you want to chat, but you can follow just to keep up to date with everything. And visit rockmercury.com. Visit rockmercury.com for all things, all the fresh new things on there. All right, got the maple going. Should be enough. Yeah, so we're gonna grub on down. Oh, a lot of you guys are in here. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys tap that screen. Don't forget to tap that screen. I'm wearing my beanie bonnet today, so I don't feel like doing the rest of my hair yet, but. Yeah, let's jump into this. To these good old French toast. I want a little bit of everything. There's blackberries, there's strawberries, all kind of berries. Banana. Get some banana in there too. There we go, a little bite of everything. Good morning, Holly. Good morning, Holly Joe. Very tasty. Let's get those likes up, you guys. Keep pressing the like button. We're already at 639. This is really tasty. Very fresh berry. All plant-based, using Dave's bread. There's just egg in here too. Very delicious. Very delicious. Oh, that's really cheesy. So I did watch the rest of the Candace Owens episode regarding the Andrew Tate imprisonment situation in the Romanian government, and how unfair the government is there. And she also explained her own time meeting Andrew Tate, with her ex-assistant. Her ex-assistant was with her when she had first met him at the Ritz-Carlton in London, I believe. I think it was some Ritz. Do you know the Ritz Hotel is very luxurious, expensive hotel? And makes sense that Tate would be there. Makes sense that Candace Owens would be there. Come on, you guys, keep those likes coming. Keep on pressing that. Just tap the screen as I'm talking. Keep tapping it. So it makes sense that they'll both be there. She said that Andrew Tate was nothing but kind to her, extremely kind to her, but she wasn't really paying that much attention to him because it was at the time when her and her husband first met, and they were, in the process of falling in love and everything, and so she, it was just like that was their first trip together or something like that, or they had met recently, and so she was in a conversation with him, but her Romanian assistant was talking to him, and after their chat and their dinner, or they were all at the Ritz, she came to her ex-assistant, who was kind of a Insta thought, she was like, I think that guy Andrew Tate is a PIMP. And Candace was like, girl, what? Like, she was just like, girl, like you. She always, like, apparently her sister would always say some outlandish things. So she wasn't really that, like, taking it seriously, because she always would just say crazy things, which is why they have to part ways at some point. Thank you, Calm Down Diego. Thank you for the follow. Calm Down Diego. We're at 1,000 likes. Amazing. Let's get to 2,000. Appreciate you guys. Keep clicking. Won't take long if you guys are all clicking. There's a lot of you guys in here. Just keep clicking and we'll get to 2,000 in no time. We're right at 1.1, so perfect. It's 900 more. And so I thought it was interesting that that's the first thing that girl would say, the Romanian girl. Well, even though Candace Owens is a conservative woman who believes in, like, monogamous marriage and doesn't really agree with the type of lifestyle that at least Andrew Tate promotes, she still defends his innocence and said that she does not in any way think that he is that he is guilty of those crimes that they are putting on him out there. And I was like, you know, I do believe her on that. Like, I think that she said that he was very forthright and forthcoming, like very dishonest and upfront with her assistant, and with his personality is very upfront and is very known what he's about, what he does. And so for these fake stories to come out and accuse him of these terrible things, she feels like it's very suspicious. She feels like it's definitely like a matrix attack from a government that can easily be bought, you know? And she wasn't just talking about the Romanian government, because she knows that our own government is, you know, up for purchase. Whoever has the most money can make whatever you want happen, to be real. If you're really honest about it, it's who controls the money. That's the real thing, actually. Like, it's not just about how much money you can make or how much money you have. It's if you control the money, then you have the most power. If you don't control the money, then you can be torn down however high your castle, however high you build your tower, it can be torn down if you don't have enough money. That's just how it is. And so she feels like he's being used as a martyr. This French toast is amazing, by the way. Absolutely delicious. But she feels like he's being used as a martyr, and that she's gonna keep following the case. But she feels like these women are being paid to attack him. And I agree. If there even are ones, I feel like they're making up some of these stories. Like, there's some text messages that got released with one of the girls a woman saying that she didn't want to get her body a tattoo that says "owned by Tate," because all the other girls have that. But he didn't force her to do anything. If even what these messages said was true, he said that that's what his crew does. Like, they do those tattoos. People do tattoos of all kind of silly things. People do joke tattoos. So what's the big deal about that? Even if it was true, I don't even know if it's true. I really don't know. That doesn't really make that much sense. Or if it did, it wouldn't bother me. I'm like, okay, whatever. Consenting adults want to put a tattoo that says "owned by Tate." People put their boyfriend's name or a name of their favorite character. They put all kind of random things on their body. I wouldn't care. Honestly, wouldn't care. That doesn't mean that he's done any crime. Are tattoos a crime now? There's even underage people getting tattoos, which is another thing. No. That can be a crime now. No, no. But their parents are letting them. So it's like, are we saying that that's a crime? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing with that? But they're trying to push a narrative, and that's the part that's troublesome. That we see them blatantly pushing a narrative that this man is a bad man, bad guy, bad man. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that, and he's predicted that this would even happen She did say one thing. She said, like, if you want to do some more seedy things, you may go to a place like Romania, where the government can be bought. But in this situation, is he not able to like buy the government back? If the government was bought against him, and he has so much money, which he does, but it's being seized. His accounts are being frozen. His assets are being seized. Cars, houses. I don't know how he's still tweeting. Because he's tweeting every day. He probably tweeted right now while we're on here. He made one tweet that said, Jake Paul, he said that even the prisoners in a Romanian prison talk about how Jake Paul is a scammer. I thought that was hilarious, and I think very true. Like, Jake Paul is obviously not a solid person. Obviously purchasable. You know, he was the same person that was a huge super fan of Andrew Tate until, you know, somebody paid him to be against him. And now he's just talking so much mess and trying to, like, fight him in the ring or something, which he never really fully does. Or did they ever fight? I don't think they ever did a fight. I don't know if I saw a video where they did. I don't know. I have to look it up. But Andrew Tate would destroy Jake Paul. Thank you for the follow, Stoned to the Bone. Thank you, Carolyn, for the follow. Thank you. But yeah, I just find it all very, like, suspect. And I hope that, I think that Andrew Tate is a force for good in the community, in the world. I think he's saying a lot of truth, which is why he's being attacked. I think the attacks come from the truth that he's sharing. Let's see. Mocha Lisa followed me. Thank you for the follow, Mocha Lisa. Hilarious name. But yeah, like, I just think that he needs to be freed. But what are we gonna do with the Romanian prison? Like, they're known, just like I've heard other countries that starts with the U, right next to another country that starts with the R that's in a war right now. Like, that country is known to be just as, you know, just as not. I'm trying not to say the C word because it gets flagged on here for some reason.
Inside the pen, please.
But justice is not being served in these countries. There's no fairness. But there's no fairness in a lot of countries, to be real. Perry, the platypus, followed me. Thank you for the follow, Perry. Amazing. So, I really wonder a lot about how this is gonna end. Like, what's the next step on this? Like, they've been obviously trying to get him for a while. Like, this isn't the first time they even have arrested him, I believe. I think there's been other times. And they're taking his assets because they think they can. Well, I guess they can. And that even proves in itself that if you're trying to get somebody for one thing, for one crime, why would you, like, and you haven't even proved it yet, why are you seizing their assets? They haven't even been convicted for it. You're still researching. The investigation is still going. Like, what kind of country will take the things you own? Like, what kind of country would do that? Just holding. Millions of dollars. They even went after different properties that were in corporations that he owns. So not only his properties, they went after corporation properties. But sometimes you think it's like, oh, that's safe. Like, you're safe with this corporation, but no. They can still come after those properties as well. as long as they know it was filed under you. This is a tricky situation. We can see that it's rooted from him waking people up. They don't like that. They want to tear him down because they want people to think that if they wake up and if they see the truth of what's going on, that this is what happens to them. They end up in a prison with their freedoms taken away and everything stripped from them. I'm a huge supporter of Andrew Tate, if it's not clear, but that's not mainly. I haven't been a supporter for that long. It's been mainly after he got canceled. I started seeing what's really going on. I started finding out even who he was. I didn't even know who he was, really, to be honest. I heard about him, and I was like, who is this person? I don't know him. Like, but when you hear his message, you start realizing, oh, this is why they're trying to shut him down. This is why. Whenever you're getting shut down for a message, you should really pay even more attention to the message. Whenever somebody's being shut down, like not the propaganda of like, oh, well, they're misogynist and they're this and, you know, can you believe they did this and that? It's deflections. They just throw these deflections and people are so, you know, brainless a lot of times that they just take it. It's like, oh, okay, well, they said Andrew Tate, bad man, no good. Let me just separate from him. Let me condemn him. Because he looks better than me, gets better women than me, richer than me, smarter than me. Like, they just go and attack him for it. Because the media just sets them up to do that. But if you hear the message of it, you're like, how can you attack this person? And even with the way it's delivered, because people say, well, his delivery could be different. It's like, if his delivery was different, he wouldn't be him. He wouldn't be as polarizing as he is when it comes to breaking the matrix at this point. You know, the matrix of, you know, becoming beta and like the destruction of masculinity and destruction of family and destruction of free thinking. Like, these things are, you see, like, he's doing it for the people. Like, he has schools and like information for the people to wake up. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this situation. But as always, I loved hearing Candace Owens' viewpoint on it all, especially as somebody who's met her, who's met him. She's met him and been around him. So I was very curious as to what she naturally felt about like this government attack on him. And yeah, I think it's gonna get uglier. I think they're going to pay one of his exes enough to corroborate in a story or collaborate, whatever the word is, to basically lie about a story and try to pin him down even further. That's why it's super important to have loyal people around you, super loyal people who can't be bought. Loyal people who cannot be bought. When you have that, then you don't have to worry in these situations because you know nobody's going to turn on you. But the only issue is that most people can be bought. Loyalty is so rare, and if he is dealing with as many women as he says he is, somebody's going to be able to be bought. Somebody's going to have some kind of crisis going on that they feel like this is the only way out. Or maybe the government will threaten the freedom of one of these people that he's involved with. And so they feel like the only way that they can even escape it is to, you know, spill falsities. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I feel like they're setting up something. Like the fact that he's still there, and the fact that he has been refused the appeal and to get released from the prison because they said that he's gonna just move to a different country. Like he'll just escape or something. So they didn't want to release him. Again, how's he tweeting in there? Do they just have their phones like that? Him and his brother in there. Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate. Both in that Romanian prison. Like, from mansion to prison. Like, and I find it very disturbing how they have this woman, Greta Thunberg, who has been very involved in some very questionable campaigns of propaganda. The fact that they have this battle between Andrew Tate, like between Andrew Tate and Greta Thunberg, as if they're duking it out or something. They're like, oh, you know, who's gonna win this match? Who is gonna win? Who's gonna be the victor of this? Like, you know, did she beat the big bad man, big bad Tate? Good old Greta Thunberg. Did she beat the big bad Tate? You know, that's what it's very giving. It's giving like just propaganda. Thank you, Apple user, for following. Thank you, user 6266 for following. Thank you, Virgo 0914 for following. Thank you, 1325 for following. HI85, thank you for joining. Yeah, you guys, like it's just very disturbing. So, with all that being said, I don't know, like it's sometimes it feels like, is it even worth trying to wake people up? Is it worth telling the truth or sharing the truth? And that's what they want us to feel. Like, is it worth escaping the Matrix just to be imprisoned by the Matrix? At least physically. He's mentally not imprisoned by the Matrix. But definitely, apparently physically, I mean, I still don't understand how he's tweeting. Maybe he has like an assistant who's tweeting for him who's outside of the prison, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Does he get phone calls from there? Like, it seems very sketchy. Thank you, 132. Thank you, TikTok Wasted, for sharing the live. Thank you, Vibes with Jonah, for following. So, it's very frustrating, you guys. Like, it's a very dark situation to imagine yourself in just for sharing your truth. Like, I don't see any crime he actually committed, like, at all. Like, I've been looking at the case and even listening to his haters who would be inclined to put all the proof out of anything bad he's done. I don't see any crimes. So to just know that your truth alone, even for him originally getting taken off of all the accounts and all of his accounts getting suspended and banned, like, there was nothing he had done because they didn't even message him to say what rules he broke. He didn't break any rules. They wanted him gone. They were willing to just shut down his accounts. Just shut it down.
Stop it. Look, you don't bite. You don't bite. I understand.
You know? They were willing to just shut it all down with no explanation. So, I mean, I'm just watching it all. I'm going through something right now with Apple, trying to get my app uploaded. And they're just dragging their feet with it. It's almost like my account is flagged or something. Like they're just dragging it, and I'm about to make another call to my programmers to figure out what we can do about this, because it's like Apple's trying to block me from being able to put my app out. They're dragging their feet. Like it's insane. I've never seen anything like this. It's so unprofessional. Google was done within minutes. Like they were finished, ready. It's been weeks for Apple to finish their process. Weeks and weeks. At least, I think we're going on three weeks right now. Like, it's disturbing. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm trying to figure it out. I want you guys to have the Rock Mercury app this month. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know. It's not looking good. So they said I'm with the senior manager at Apple, but it's just the only reason I'm even mentioning this right now is because censorship does this. Like they'll hold you off for no reason. Even on Google, when you search this process, it's not supposed to take this long. But probably because they're going through my social media or something. I don't know what they're doing. All they know is my name. I didn't even use the Rock Mercury name. I just used my regular name. So they must be like going through my Apple ID and searching everything that I download or my interactions or whatever they're doing. Like it's so crazy. It doesn't even say that. Like I'm just so disturbed by this. Like I already reached out again saying, hey, when is this gonna be done? Like I keep on reaching out, and Apple just thinks that they own everything. They think that they can just like be so like dictatorish. Like they're very dictatorship like vibes. And I've done multiple commercials with them, like TV commercials with Apple, and they're overly protective of like their data and stuff. Like they have you sign like so many NDAs. Like it's a really weird kind of set. It doesn't feel comfortable. It's just very disturbing, to be honest. It's very disturbing how they act on set, and like I don't know. I don't really look forward to doing those commercials. I've done multiple because I was an actor, so I did a lot of them, but I wouldn't want to do it again. Even though I'm on an Apple phone right now, it just feels like a cult in a way. So anyway. Let me get off of here. It's been a good morning. Very great waffles. I mean, not waffles, French toast. Everything's great. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Dr. F, for sharing the live. Appreciate it. I'll be back a little later on. Maybe for lunch or something. I don't know. This kind of feels like it was lunch right here. But I'll see y'all soon. Rock on, Mercuryans. Free Andrew Tate. Free Andrew Tate. That's all I gotta say. All right, bye.